My syngonium auritum has been looking really great, and so today I decided to zhuzh it up, and I sincerely hope I will not regret this decision. Hello, my name is Palisa. Welcome to Plants and Things. We're talking about plants and things. The thing that I've decided to do, as I'm sure you can guess from the little plants and the potting soil and the potting mat, is that I'm going to add these plantlets into the main plant. And as actually I was thinking about this video and the making of this video, I just realized how often slash it is how often, like how much I've been adding plants to other plants to make fuller plants. And yes, part of the reason is so that this plant is full. And obviously, not obviously, this plant has one gorgeous, gorgeous stem. These leaves are so beautiful. And so yes, I do want to fill it up. But another reason is that these plants have had to come out of the propagation box because they're so big, they like outgrew the propagation box, which means that I now have extra plants that I have to take care of, which I'm really not keen on doing. Yeah, so they were for sale, which is why I had numbered them so that to make it easier to find them in the box, but these have not been sold. And so I've just decided to pot them all up together so that I have 3 less plants to take care of, especially because these plants, this one is even dry, like dry. These plants are more difficult to take care of because they are in little tiny planters and they just get dry so quickly, and they don't have like a big, like in terms of this, I can put a lot of water in here, and the plant can just live in moist soil, whereas that is impossible with where these are growing. So that's what I've decided to do, which is to, yeah, put these all together. And I'm also excited to see them, basically to have more of these. So yeah, I'm interested to see how that will look, because as I've mentioned, this is one of the plants that I didn't pre-stalk before buying. This was a completely impulsive buy because this lady was moving to the UK and she was selling off her plants, and I thought, oh, this is a cute little plant. And yeah, I really still like it, but I would like to have one of them. And actually, I don't actually have one of these. I actually have another bigger one. And so I'm wondering whether I should pot that up with these ones as well. Yeah, but that one is also in a bigger thing. Let me show it to you guys. Ooh. So this is the other plant, which is growing very different to this one because it lives in a completely different place. So it's growing against the wall slash the glass door in this planter. So this one is easier to take care of than these little ones. And I actually have decided to just, I've decided not to pot it up because it also is growing weird. Whereas these ones can like learn to grow with this plant. You get what I'm saying? Because I find that so annoying when they, which is such an impatience thing, I think, part of, because eventually the plant does move around to fill the space where it's at. But I really like this crazy growth pattern where it is evidently seeming to be growing towards the sun. And I would like it to get filled up and to just be like these long vines of that. So I'm going to do that. I also have this 15 centimeter planter where previously I was using a 12.5 centimeter planter. So yeah, it's also growing crazy roots at the bottom, which need to now be pulled out. Ooh, okay. You need to come out. Ooh. Some of the root stayed behind, which is not, it is what it is, honestly. Wow. This is also, I was going on and on. I was going on and on about how I've been watering this and it's so easy to water. And you know what? It is dry. These root, like, it's dry. It's dry, which is why the soil is even just coming off so easily. It's dry. It's dry, but it has such crazy thick roots, which is great and I like. Yeah, this is so dry. Okay. I am going to reuse the soil because that's just where I'm at now. But yes, that's the crazy root ball that was there, which basically seems to want to fit into this planter by itself. So I'll just put some soil at the bottom because my soil supply is not great right now. I'll admit it. It's not great. And then there's this one. Okay, this one's a bit more moist. And there are two little plantlets in here. Honestly, I have no plan. Every time I'm potting things up, no plan, just vibes. But at least the soil today is drier, so it's also going to be easy to pat things into things. If you get what I'm saying, get my drift. I am going to put them all, try to point them all in the same direction, which is this one. Which is that way, because it does grow on this shelf and there is no turning around on the bookshelf. It's just growing towards the sun, which is fine because I don't have to look at the back where it is not growing well. And then this is the last one, syngonium auritum number 8. Okay, this one's wet, so I'm not even. Okay, yeah. Oh, this is full-ish. Let's see how it looks in the pot. Okay, this is definitely much fuller than what we had previously. Ooh, I hope I'm not. I probably am. I was gonna say I hope I'm not like irritating or annoying the mother plant, but that's definitely probably where I am. And I'm also throwing soil everywhere, despite the fact that there's a potting mat. Okay, let's move the potting mat to the edge of this operation and attempt to move these little plantlets around. Okay, the tricky part of this is that this big one, okay, actually, yeah, I should just move it to be on this side because it grows lower than the tape. Like it grows lower than the plant. Ooh, just plucking roots out as well. I'm just doing the most to hurt the plant, I see. Okay, definitely need more soil. This soil is also dry, which I guess is a great thing for this particular, for today. Now I'm wondering whether I should have removed the soil from the, okay, I'm back to this. Whether I should have removed the soil from the root ball, because now I'm having to attempt to squeeze all the soil in. Okay. I don't know whether the confidence in the fact that the patting would be easier is being realized or whether that was me lying to myself. Yeah, because there are lots more air pockets, especially in the main, on the big plants. Do I want to say the big plants' roots, I think still have air pockets. Okay, let me use the dinky one now. Okay, I think that has removed most of the air pockets, and now I'm trying to detangle the actual the actual stuff on top. Yeah, I hope this looks. Oh, it does. It honestly does. But that's basically it. And I think I wanted to add rocks at the top of this. So I'm just going to quickly water it and then get rocks, because when this, okay, now it's not doing it. But with the smaller one, I think this became really top heavy for it, and then it was, and also I think this this was much smaller than the actual planter, so it would move around in there. So I actually wanted to not move around anymore, so I'm gonna lay a couple of rocks on it, but I'm gonna water it quickly first. Ooh, my plant has been watered. Ooh, every time I try to move this plant, it hooks on something. And it actually is growing a new leaf, slash has pushed out a new leaf. So now I kind of have bothered it, but this plant pushes out leaves a whole lot. And I remember at one point it lost a leaf, and then it like grew a new leaf at that place. So I am not worried. If there is a like MVP grower, it is this plant. I also have this decorative rocks that I bought a million years ago for reasons unknown to me, but are probably plant related, that I'm going to add to the top of this plant. I also think it's a thing that I generally want to start doing because of that whole erosion thing that happens when you water the plants. I don't like that. But then I guess it's also a bit trickier then to see when the plant is dry. So I'll leave some spaces in other places. But yeah, this is just to prevent this plant one day soon, because I think these little plants are really going to take off. This is a really fast growing plant. Okay. Okay. We'll do a close up for you guys, but yeah, that's basically it. This is so heavy, and I'm scared of dropping this planter, which is one of my absolute planters that I got on a double sale, where it was on sale on the floor, and then I went to the till, and then it was like on a further sale. So I really, really love this pink and gold planter, and I think this plant really looks great with it. But that is basically it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe if you're not done so already. And I'll see you next time. Bye.